Love the way things are going for us. It's a positive mindset for us. Every single day. Coach Kelly talks about being in the now and not worrying about like what happened or the day before. It's all about like what's next, what's right now, and I think we're all getting better at that. Just next rep, next play, and switching our mindsets over to that. So.
There was a moment in practice where it seemed like he was working with y'all quarterbacks on, I guess, those fades, like getting your arm extended further out the release point maybe or something. What was he sort of trying to teach y'all? What was it like having him specifically kind of lead you in that moment?
Well, it's a lot different. Coach O was a D-line guy, so we were really working with mainly our side of the ball, but now Coach Kelly is an offensive guy, really a quarterback guy. It's different having the head coach, working in your position drills, but it's awesome. He's teaching us a lot of different things, how he wants us to operate, and I think it's pretty cool knowing like what the head guy wants you as the quarterback to do. So.
What do you make about this quarterback room? How much have you guys been able to gel over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think it's been awesome. When you have a room this stacked, it's like it brings the best out of everybody. You don't have a minute to slack off. You don't have a rep to miss. So it brings the best out of everybody. It's what competition does nowadays. You don't run from it. You attack it and let it make yourself better. So.
Coach Kelly was talking about earlier how he's had to sort of teach a lot of the guys sort of new habits, right? And it's been, that's been what the last week or so has been for the team, right? So what were those changes, and how hard or easy has it been to sort of transition to his new style and his new habits?
I don't really want to get into that because I don't want to like diss past staff or anything like that. I just know the way things are going now, we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're at where we're supposed to be at every second, and I think it's been a positive change. So,
for you personally, how was the mindset shifted? I know last year it was the big play, trying to make maybe too much happen at sometimes. Just what are you kind of taking from the last couple of months about what you need to work on?
Yeah, I think I learned a lot from last year. Especially being a true freshman, getting to play in some real SEC time. You learn a lot. And I think for me personally, the biggest thing was just kind of being more of a manager of an offense, and for some reason I got this like gunslinger, thing everybody says, but trying to just block that out, Yeah, I can take some shots and make some different throws with my arm, but that's going to happen in a game, and I can't look to do that every play. So that's kind of what I've learned, just manage the offense, move the sticks. So.
How difficult, I guess, go back to the decision, not to play the ball. Obviously, we didn't want to burn a year, but how hard was it to come up with that?
I don't want to speak too much on that, but obviously it was hard. I love LSU. I was born in Lake Charles. My family's in Louisiana. Even as a kid, every time I drive across the state lines, it's a feeling of home. So watching and not being able to help, that hurt for sure. Feeling like you let some people down, that hurt definitely, because I care for this university. It means a lot to me to have the state on the back of my helmet and have LSU on my jersey. So like I said, I won't get too much into that, but it definitely didn't feel great. So
in the off season, you're talking about the things you're trying to work on. What did you do before spring practice started? Were you like working with any like individual guys trying to work on something or anything?
It's just always trying to make myself better, understanding that there's always things you can get better at no matter what, and just continuing to build my game, to keep going, and just working on, being the best version of myself that I can be every day. So.
Coach also was talking earlier about retention and also understanding everybody's going to make mistakes, but are you guys at the point yet where you're not making the same mistake twice, or is this as a position group, or is this going to be a long drawn-out process to learn new things?
Yeah, that's the goal, right? When you make a mistake, you don't want to repeat it. You learn it and you try and grow from it. It's a new offense, obviously, a new system, a lot different than what we were doing before. So, of course, mistakes are going to happen. But the goal is, like you said, is when you make a mistake, you try and forget about it and not make that same mistake again and learn from it. So
would it be fair then to say that you mentioned like how you aren't quite sure how this gunslinger thing got put on you? Is it fair to say maybe you want to try to not have that?
I guess you could say that. I like it a little bit. I like to throw the ball for sure, I guess you could say. But like I said, I'm just trying to really, I feel like, that was what I was claimed as, but my whole life I haven't just been a gunslinger. I'm not a stupid gunslinger, just slings the ball down the field, So I guess that title I'm trying to get rid of a little bit. I feel as if I've always been a game manager. and just trying to bring that out more in my game at the college level is my goal. So.
How do you kind of go about doing that then at this point in practice to work on those things?
I mean, doing the same thing I've done since I was a kid. The main goal when you're playing quarterback is to do one thing, and that's to get a first down and move the sticks. So that's kind of always how I've looked at it. And my dad taught me that when I was young. It's just move the sticks. That's your job. Get the ball moving, get the team rolling. So I guess that's kind of been more my mindset. Just move the sticks and keep the ball moving down the field.